Okay, let's see. All right, great. Okay, let's see. Oh, great, somebody's here. We got the chat box going on over here. I'm used to doing this, so I'm more comfortable with it. But if you want to let me know who's here, that would be great. I'm adding my paints like I was doing before. Just letting them know. All right. Link for YouTube. All right. I'm assuming if you haven't done the chat, it's maybe Heather. All right, so I got magenta, light blue, should have a dark blue also. Okay, okay. Then green, yellow, and white. That should be all the colors that we need. Okay, great. So Zelda's gonna be coming. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. All right, so I just am adding my white, and then I will get started. Whoop. Oh man. Got all over my hands. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, so we're just getting our colors on a plate or something. Let's try to get all of this out. Okay. All right, so the colors we're using are magenta, or like a pinkish red, light blue, dark blue, yellow, green, and white. But I'll let you know what colors we're using for each step. Okay. So let's get started. Yay! Finally, sorry about that. All right, so our first step is that we're going to be making the kind of the background. So whatever brush you have is great. It's kind of going to be blended. Okay, so we do kind of like, all right, we'll start with, it looks like the light blue for the bottom. So I'm going to do a little water, get it off my brush, and then put some light blue on here. And she said, the lady that came up with this was like, make it kind of like a smiley face. Like, think about that with the strokes. So it's going to be kind of, you know, and it doesn't obviously have to be perfect. Mine's not perfect, but just doing kind of a section. Let's see, maybe this is better. Is that better with the light like that? Okay. Getting you as close as I can so you can see. Okay, that should be good. Let me know if it's not. Okay. Okay, so, all right. Got the smiley face going. So once you had that line, then we're just going to fill the rest of the area with the blue, the light blue. So the smaller part, we're just going to make it light blue down here. Since our colors, our watercolors are more water soluble, you don't have to use too much water because they're kind of already pretty liquidy. Oh, and if you're not already, if you could, or if you'd like to like and subscribe to our HHCD channel, you'll get alerted whenever I go live, which I do my Wednesday workshops with Whitney every Wednesday from 2:30 to 3:15. And then like the painting activity, we can probably do some other activities as well. So, all right. So as you can see, I'm going to worry more about the sides after than right now. Because sometimes I like to just do like a solid color on the side. So as you can see, we got our light blue. So now you want to get the paint off your brush. Oh, thank you for liking the video. Great. All right, cool. Okay. So after the blue, it looks like we're gonna do the magenta. So we're gonna do that starting, it takes up most of the space actually. So I'll kind of show you. But it looks like they want it lighter than this. So if you want, you can put some of your magenta somewhere and add some white to it. Would be good. probably should not have done that, but that's okay. All right, so as you can see, I am mixing a little bit of the white with the magenta so that I get more of a lighter pink looking color, since this, it's the sky that we're doing right now. If you like it dark, you like the magenta color as it is, that is just fine too. It's really kind of about your preference. Okay, so this is gonna be, let's say, it's really gonna be the majority of this. So we're gonna do our second kind of smile line. Ooh, this is a nice pink color. Okay. All right. Some more of that pink on there. Woo! There goes my paintbrush. Okay. All right, I'm making some more. Seems a bit darker, so maybe I need some more white. Okay. All right, there we go. So we are going to be painting the pink all the way down to the blue. So sometimes what's helpful is to do the line by the blue, so you kind of have, your idea of the amount of space you're going to be painting in. And if you have any questions or concerns or suggestions or ideas, feel free to type them into the comment box or text me or email me, because I'm always open to suggestions. And if you have an idea of something you'd like to paint in the future, that's also great. All right, this is looking like a cotton candy sky to me. Pink and blue are actually my favorite colors. You want it thick enough that it covers up the white, but at the same time, you don't want it too thick because we are going to be painting over it. And if it gets to the point where we might need to let it dry a little bit, we can. Also, you can use a blow dryer if you'd like. You don't have to. Some people do that to make it dry faster, but luckily the type of acrylic that we're using dries faster than other types of acrylic. right, we are getting there. Okay. All right, very good. So I'm gonna clean off my brush, and then we're gonna make a purple. So in order to make a purple, we're gonna add the magenta with the blue. So let's do the darker blue with the magenta. So we're gonna mix those together. And if at any point, if you feel like there's too much paint in your water, then you can rinse it out and put fresh water in it. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna let's take a little bit of the pink and a little bit of the blue and put it in a different area. I'm probably gonna need more of those, so I'm gonna actually just mix them by putting them in a different space. You probably do about like even, you know, half and half, or same amounts of the blue, the dark blue, and the magenta. Mix those up. Yeah, and you get a nice deep purple. It's a nice color. Okay. Yes. Looks like the purple is not going to take up as much space, but okay. So now, ooh, sorry. Okay, there we go. We'll do the purple at the top, but it looks like it's going to be like a smaller smile face. So I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. It's more like maybe if you went like one corner and down. So yeah, I'd say something like that. It's a nice deep purple. I think what I might do is I might take take the light blue and put that with some of the magenta to make a lighter purple, and then we kind of blend them. So let's see, or you can always put some white in the purple we already made. So I'll do that instead, actually. And that will lighten the purple. Because I think what they're going for is like, it's like a spring painting, or that's what I was looking for. So when you think of spring, sometimes people think of like pastel colors. So I just put some white in my purple, and I'm going to put this up here, kind of in this middle area, I guess. So now we have a light purple. what's cool is it's fun to kind of like, we're going to be blending a little bit. There, maybe that. Okay, that probably is better without that light. Yeah. It's up to you guys. If you think it's better with the light, that's fine. But I think you can kind of see the color difference more. So you can kind of go back and forth over the dark purple with the light purple a little bit, and it kind of blends the two together. I'm going to go back to pink and do pink kind of in this middle area before we start putting a little bit of the light purple over the pink. Okay. All right, so I'm going back to my pink to do this area right here. So connecting the pink with the purple. Oh, good. Okay, cool. So it's coming together. Got that pink going on. Great. Looks like we're gonna make some. I don't know. Maybe even put some white in this area because it looks like they want it a little bit lighter. Or actually a light pink. So we'll do that. So with your pink, if you want to put a little bit more white in it, we're going to make this little area of the lower part of the pink a lighter pink. So, yeah, I'm going to empty out my water real quick. I'll be right back. If you also feel like you have too much paint on your paintbrush and you can't get it off with the water, Heather had a great suggestion of using Dawn or some sort of dish soap, and I just did that and I got all the paint off. So it kind of gives you a fresh new, because I think y'all only have one or a couple paintbrushes. Okay. Woo! Sorry. This is kind of my makeshift easel. All right, cool. So moving on, we're going to do putting a little bit more white in the pink to make it a very light pink. Even going to do more than that. And if you have a plate or something and you feel like you got too much paint going on at some point, you can feel free to wash it off or wipe it off if you start running out of room, because I know that can be kind of frustrating sometimes. All right, so I got this light pink that I'm gonna put down at the bottom of this pink to make it a little lighter down here. Okay, cool, perfect. So I'm gonna make that little smiley face the bottom, let's say, third of the pink. Oh, there we go. That should be better. right. Because what I had done a little bit was, as you can see right here, is it kind of made purple because it mixed the pink with the blue, but they really want this area down here to be light. So thought maybe the lighter pink would be good, and I think it's looking good. Trying not to over put it on and make it too thick, because then I'm gonna have a hard time with it drying. All right, see how I'm kind of getting rid of this purple down here? Good, okay, good. There we go. However, I am kind of getting rid of the blue as well, but that is okay because it's going to be covered up anyways. So just make this area lighter pink. All righty, cool. Cool, all right. So now we want to blend this. So as you can see, it's kind of easy. It's easier to blend the pinks. So what we'll do is the blue is kind of separate. So we're leaving that there. But what we'll do is your pink, if you have any that's a little bit darker, I think I have to make some now. That's okay. Oh no, I can make some over here. Because this is, I mean, mostly dry, I want to say. Mine is, yeah, mostly dry. So in order to mix them, they need to be kind of wet. And if you mess up, you just let it dry, and then you can kind of go over it with the color that you feel like maybe is missing or got another color on top of it. Oh, perfect. All right, great. So, all right. So we can kind of get, all right, we'll kind of bring some of this light pink kind of up like that. And then put some dark pink kind of over it as well. So we're kind of mixing the pinks, as you can see, to get kind of a contrasting nice color. It makes it look, I think, a bit better. Just kind of stroking back and forth. Okay, need some more light. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. And that's kind of how you blend it. To the point almost like that you don't want it to look so much like a line as a kind of more of a gradual. I do want it darker up here. Great. So I kind of got this area up at the top more saturated. And I'm going to take off, now I'm going to take off the paint completely of my paintbrush. And I'm going to start blending in that light purple with the pink, or into the pink. Kind of have it come down more. Okay, so going back to that light purple, kind of have it, kind of going to do it deeper right here. Sometimes it's hard blending the two, but we're gonna just go with it and see. Okay. Okay, so then I guess go back to some of the pink, the light pink, or not the light pink, the dark pink, and put it kind of back over so it's not all purple. This process is not easy. It can be frustrating sometimes. So whatever you think looks good in your background, go with it. You know, if this is frustrating, that is okay. You don't have to make it like this. I'm getting even a little frustrated. But now you can kind of see is that it's a bit more blended, not completely. That's why I'm kind of doing more of the pink, adding that in here so that it's not so purple. And sometimes what's good is to let it kind of dry in between so that you can kind of make one color, I guess, more overpowering the other. Because now I feel like I have a lot of purple down here that I don't want. Trying to still make it look like a smiley face. So it's okay. All right. It's coming together a little bit. So then that is good. All right. So then I'm going to get that off. And then since we have the purple, we are going to put a little bit more light purple up. And then we're going to take the dark purple and blend it with the light purple. So going back to the light purple. And I'm just going to put it up here. All right. A bit more. So it's kind of covering up the dark purple a bit. It's just so we can get some more blending going on up here. Because it's all about kind of like the contrast, but then blending it. So you can see a bit more lighter kind of purple up there. And then let's go back to the dark purple. So I got to mix me a little bit. You don't need a whole lot. So I'm going to take, like I did before, the magenta. I'm going to squeeze out just a little bit. And then the dark blue. And I'm going to squeeze out a little bit too. Ooh, we're getting there. Okay. Mix them. Okay, now I got a deep purple. So I'm going to go back with the dark purple at the top. So that you can still see it and kind of blend it a bit with the lighter purple. That was. So you still want that kind of dark purple too, I think. Getting it here. Down into the purple a little bit. All right, and then I'll take a little bit of the lighter purple, kind of blend it back up. All right, there we go. Okay, all right. So that is kind of our blended sky in the background. All right. It looks like there's some blue up there as well. Yes, there is. Okay, great. So get the purple off. And yeah, that looks nice. Okay. Wow. So actually, this background looks a bit more purple, but it really can be whatever you want. So, oh geez. All right, so now we are going to add some dark blue at the top. Let's see that still. I made a mistake. Let's see if I can get it off. Oh, not really. All right, actually, I thought it was okay. So now it's kind of this dark purple at the top is turning blue. So with this is probably gonna be dragging some more purple down. All right, so I'm going back to the dark purple. I'm gonna incorporate more down. Or blending kind of with the blue at the top. Let's see. Okay. It's actually a bit easier for me to see. I'm kind of bringing the purple and the blue together. Okay. Okay, maybe with the dark pink a little bit too. Okay. Just right there. Okay, I'm just trying to cover up that little spot. All right, so we got some blue up there. All right. The blue does look kind of nice on that one coming through. That's the blue, pink, and purple. Okay. Guess maybe a little bit more blue. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. All right. So look at our sky. It's looking great. Now we are moving on to the bottom. So the bottom or this blue part is gonna be darker now. So actually, I'm gonna use a different brush at this point. And I'm gonna go up here to, okay. Okay, and this is actually gonna be easier this way. So if you can flip your board or kind of twist it around so that we have the light blue at the top, let's do that. I'm gonna get some fresh water again, so I will be right back. All right, I'm coming back. All right, so now on to the dark blue and the grass. So whatever paintbrush you would like, I'm going to use a different one. Ooh. Okay. All right, so we're first going to take this dark blue and we're going to put it over the light blue. All right, that's probably easier. Okay, perfect. So you can kind of go along with this, that smiley, or now it's upside down, kind of this curve, because sometimes like it'd be easier just to make that line first before we paint it or, you know, color it in. So I'm gonna go kind of over like that. I think what's nice about this is by working on different parts of the painting, we're letting the other parts dry a bit. Okay. I kind of made the blue maybe too high up on that. Oh, well, okay, so I'm gonna go, it's gonna be higher here, but then it's gonna dip low in the middle. So now let's go back to the light blue. Sorry about this, everybody. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna take the light blue and we want that to be more, hold on, coming down here a bit. So we're gonna push back this blue, this dark blue if we can. Like that. And at least get this more in the middle so it's not the dark blue because the grass comes up, but this area, it doesn't as much. So we want it light. All right, so because it's like the blue, if you can see right here, where it is on here, comes up higher up here, but then it kind of it goes deep there. So it doesn't have to be, we're pushing it down a little bit. So, but the sides are great coming up that high. That's fine. But in the center, I'm kind of just pushing it back. So it's still light here. Okay, great. All righty, it's coming together. Sorry, I messed up. Okay, kind of blending that also out. I need more light blue. Great. All righty, it's coming together. And then we'll come back with the pink once the blue dries a bit. Actually, I think there is some purple on the bottom too. Let's see. Yeah, we can put the purple in down there too. All right, so get the blue off for now. And we're gonna mix in a little bit of pink with this blue. So we still want it light. So we'll do some of the light pink blending with this blue. Try not to hit that dark blue though. That dark blue needs to stay back there. Back here. Okay. Right. All right, so I kind of got that blended in a bit. Okay. Maybe do a little bit more light blue to kind of combat the pink. Okay. Believe it or not, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some white. Okay. So I'm kind of lightening the whole area. Great. Okay. All right. So we got, ooh, this kind of middle color, kind of whitish. It's good. Okay. I want it to be blended. That light blue. Okay. All right. Great. So now we're going to be blending back the white a little bit with the pink. And then, since we kind of got a lightish blue color there, we can come back with the dark blue. All right. All right, light blue, or light pink. Sorry, not light blue. Because believe it or not, or what I'm learning from this, since I haven't done this painting before, is it's a lot about blending. So I think this is the hardest part, to be honest. Okay. And then I'm going to push all of that back a bit with the dark pink now. Okay, cool. Yeah. And we can kind of move forward. I still want it dark. But honestly, however you like your sky, it doesn't have to be exactly like this at all. I'm just kind of giving you a reference point to go off of. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, don't want to get carried away. Okay. Okay, so all right, now I'm getting the pink off. Might come back in with just a little bit of light blue at just the very bottom here. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. It's actually working out all right. I don't know if I wanted it to come up this much, but that is okay. I'm just going with it. Okay. All right, moving on. We're going back to the dark blue. And I'm going to be a little more precise this time with how I want it to be. All right. So got it up on both sides, a little bit high, but just on the sides are going to be high. So if that goes kind of across like here. There we go. All right, and then so I'm just gonna go kind of up, almost. Woo! Sorry, jeez. All right. I'm gonna make almost like a triangle right here with the dark blue all the way to the edge. What's cool about the dark blue is that it's going to kind of come through a little bit with the green, which actually will look very nice. All right, cool. Then on this side, also kind of do that triangle. Perfect. So, all right, great. And then we're going to kind of connect the bottom parts below, so you can see. A little bit more than that, so it's a smoother transition. All right, there we go. It's like a little bit of the blue right there. Okay. All right. Next, we are going to mix the dark green with the dark blue. And that is going to become the grass. But first, I will be right back. I need more paper towels. All right, so I'm laying down some paper towels there. And I'm gonna mix the dark blue with the green. So I guess I already have some green. I'm gonna put it. Okay. So you end up getting kind of like a nice greenish blue. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to get a different brush. because we're gonna make the grass. All right. See what we've got. I think I need that. Yes, that's fine. Okay. All right. So we are going to lightly dip the kind of the half of it, I'm going to say, in the green, the greenish blue. And we're going to start making some grass. Okay. See. Okay, I think I might be a little too watery. Okay. This is not really working out, but okay, maybe if you do one kind of grass at a time. I think because it's kind of wet, it's not doing it so great. Or we can always try going the opposite way, up to down. See how that goes. Yeah, that looks all right. Kind of like the other way though. Okay, well, I can keep going to another area. Actually go with the center brush. See how this turns out. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think the grass is definitely going to be kind of a layered effect. So we're kind of getting the base. We do want it all the way to the bottom. So also. Yes, okay, great. Kind of doing my back and forth strokes. Okay. Let's see. Oh, got it. All right. Okay. It's okay if they're thicker, because to be honest, you want them kind of thick because you want the not the dandelion. The stem of the daisy is going to be thinner than the grass. So it's okay if the grass is thicker. Just have it higher on the sides and then lower in the center. Okay, so I'm just going to do like a smaller, not as many in the first, and then I'll come back. All right. I'm normally leaning my hand or my arm up against something, so it's different doing it like this, but I'm glad that I'm practicing because I think this is probably better for everyone to see. You can kind of see, I'll give you kind of a closer up look too. Oh. Go right on for a second. Okay, hopefully you could see, I'm not sure. I know I don't think the reflection is good, so I will turn off that light. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna come back over to this side and start doing it over here. I'm not super good at this, but it's okay. Okay, I'm getting more luck holding further down on the paintbrush. Kind of flicking my hand, so I don't know, but maybe that will work better. I think it looks better actually. More up here. I want to make it go more up here. Okay. Trying to bring back some of my skills from when I had to do the pine needles for the Christmas time painting that we did. Okay. This does not seem like it's enough paint. I just need to slow down a little bit, maybe. Kind of want them curving in too. Okay. Oh. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it back around. And now you can kind of see. It might be easier that way. I'm not sure. Okay. This way. Let's see. Okay, yeah, maybe it's better. Great. So, all right. As you can see, the grass is coming out kind of inward, but taller on the sides and smaller at the bottom. Okay. Guess that works. How is it going with y'all with the leaves, or not the leaves, the grass? Grass is definitely not the easiest thing I've ever done as far as painting goes. I think what I did though when I did the little pine needles is I just would do one at a time, so that might work better for me. So I have more control over kind of where the paint goes. Okay, I'm gonna hold it a little bit and see. Okay, what's going on? Okay. All right. So maybe I lied. The background, maybe the grass is harder than the background. We're in it together, and it never, there's no such thing as perfect. So if you don't like something, sometimes it's best to just maybe let it dry, come back to it. And actually, what the kind of cool part is about, even if the paint doesn't go through all the way and there's areas where it's kind of like a shadow of it a little bit, is that painting with layers can be helpful because you can go back over it, especially with like different colors of green and stuff, and it ends up looking better layered, I would say. All right, so it's getting there. The grass is definitely a lot. I should have I should have known that after doing the Christmas painting that we did. Let me see, maybe I can put it back up here. Have some more look. No, I definitely am. Better if I hold it. So it's okay to have some of that blue still in the background because we're going to do, like I said, different layers of the green. So when we're done with this, let's move on to the, how about the, oh, gosh, I keep doing that. Thinking the original green color. So I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop with this green. One second. All right, so that's kind of running out of space on my palette. Okay, now I am going to do another green, the original green. Okay. I did like the brush I was using. Okay. All right, so kind of just pulling the brush up. So you're getting more colors mixed in down here. Okay, so it's just kind of going over the other ones, making new ones or just kind of layering. Um, I think it kind of can be helpful just going over the ones you already have because it almost makes them then look kind of like multi-dimensional. And then you don't have to figure out where you want to put something. Okay. Okay, actually doesn't look bad. It just takes time. But then after this, all we have to do is make the stems of the daisies and then their middle and then their leaves, and then we're done. So in all reality, I think the grass is probably what takes longest. But thank you for being here. And if it ends up being too long, I'll probably make it, I guess, to 2 hours. So hopefully I can get this done in 2 hours because I don't want to keep y'all over that, really. Okay, hold on. I need to get something on this. There we go. All right. That's what needed to happen all along. That's okay. Okay. All right. Every once in a while, it might be a good idea to clean off your brush because after it gets a bunch of paint on it, I feel like it's harder to make it kind of that pointiness of the leaves and stuff. Or of the grass. But I do like just going over the grass that you had already made. I think that makes it easier. And then I'm just kind of making like, like lines of grass down in here. Connecting it to something else. coming together. We'll do, after this layer real quick, we'll do one more layer of the grass and then we'll move on. Okay, back into the other side. I like this green better. But to be honest, I think it looks good with the multiple colors because it does kind of give the grass dimensions. Makes it look more realistic, I think. Ooh, oops. Getting close to the second one. Because if anything, we can always go back over this more later. Because the more layers, I think, for the grass, the better it looks. And making it, you know, like you could always what actually looks good, what I was about to do is add a little bit of yellow to the green, and then you get a lighter green. And then there you go. That's 3 different, greens. And then you can go back later once it dries and just keep going with those multiple greens, as many layers or as few layers. You don't have to do a ton of layers either. All right. I think I'm about done with this one. All right, so lastly, quickly, like my neck's starting to hurt, we will mix the yellow with some of that green, the original green. And that kind of gives you more of a lighter, kind of yellowish green. Okay, so let's do that. A little bit more green than yellow. I'll take it down again. It's just hard for me to do it like that. I'm just going over some of the already established grass. I'm bringing it down to the bottom. So, it kind of gets fun after a while of the layering and actually feeling like it's looking better. It's progress. And if it's getting kind of stuck, add a little bit of water. That kind of helps the paint be a little bit more fluid and easy to kind of paint with. Not too much water since it is more of a liquidy acrylic that we use, but some definitely helps. And I think, like, once again, painting over some of the grass you already did makes it more relaxing. of a process versus the initial figuring out how you want the grass to look, where do you want the grass to be. So I think you can enjoy it more. And of course, you can always make it its own, more grass with it. It doesn't have to necessarily go over the previous grass. I just think that it makes it easier. And what's cool is even with some of the blue, still coming through at the bottom, I think it looks nice. It goes along kind of with it because we have all these different greens going on, including the green that we mixed with the dark blue. So I think it kind of meshes well. And if you don't, if you didn't like how a certain green turned out, you don't have to use it. You can go back over with, like, my favorite green, I think, is just the original green. So I'll probably go back over this a little bit later with maybe more of that, but I definitely like using the multiple greens. And it's pretty cool to know that with the colors you have, you can make all these different greens and stuff. All right, I'm getting close. And then when we're done, this video will be up on YouTube. So if you want to go back and, I think you'll be able to fast forward through it to get to the parts, if you need to go back over anything. But what's cool, I think, is like that everything, like, we work on different parts so that by the time we go back to a part that we had already painted, it seems to be pretty dry, which is nice. I was thinking about maybe the next painting class. I found some cool paintings to do pineapples. I don't know if that would be something you guys would be interested in, but let me know, because we don't have to do that. We could do all different types of things. And if there's any sort of like arts and crafts you like doing, just let us know. Let Steve and I know, or let your Liz know, or whoever your wholesome person is, because we're always open to different things. Okay, great. So after the grass, oh my God, now we move on to the stems. All right, so figure out how many we're gonna do. I'm gonna put some more green on, because these will stick out a little bit more than the grass, to give us an idea then afterwards of kind of where we have them. A couple pictures too. Okay. Because I'm just trying to see. Oh, okay, I can see there. All right, so I'm just gonna dip my brush. And looks like she has one kind of, I guess we can do what, up, maybe coming out here. So it's almost like the grass, but you're making them specifically, I guess, where you want them to be. So like there's one that comes out, let's see, got there. Maybe probably one that comes out, let's see, like here. Here. And down here. So you can see how they kind of go out a bit more than the grass. Or, sorry, you can't probably see, but like I'm making these thin stems for the daisies. There's some that are going to be down here, so you don't have to really do those too much. I'll pull one up here. Okay. Maybe right here. Okay, so then she makes these leaves, so then we know exactly where we're gonna have our daisies. So let me see. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm taking a little bit of a bigger brush, the green. And she kind of makes these leaves like you have a base and then you kind of swirl out from it. I think I need to use a different brush. Maybe I'll go back to the small one. I don't necessarily want to use a small one, but just trying to get a better idea. Okay, so we're gonna have some up here. So we'll do kind of like a half moon. Or if you're, better at making leaves another way, then go for it. Some over here. She kind of has them like disconnected, which I think looks kind of cool. Let's see, it's just different leaves, different places. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that for now. Okay, and now time for our yellow. Let's get these little here for a second. We'll be right back. Okay, actually this might work. Okay, now with your yellow, we're gonna go to those spots. And make the part, hold on. Gotta pull up another, gotta pull up another picture over here. Just trying to see overall where they are. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do yellow. And then, okay. All right, so it's like gonna be like a half circle, I want to say. Either. All right, like that. Looks like there's one down here. This is definitely gonna need some layers going over the other colors. All right, so I put one down there. Next, looks like there's one kind of in the middle over here. You can kind of put them where you want too. I mean, some look good in the grass. I think we're going to struggle with the white, so we might have to. I'll do one of the flowers, the petals, and then I'll leave you to come back once your painting is dried more. So at least I can get one layer of the, the middle parts. And then you'll be able to go back over, but you'll know kind of how to make the leaves. Or not the leaves, the petals. Right here. And so you can kind of see I have them kind of different places. Kind of have as few or as many as you'd like. Putting them near the leaves too. And then I'll go back over them and do a couple layers so that they're once it dries. so it's more. Okay, let's see. This one right here. Okay. And right here. Okay. Where else? Right here. Yeah, let's see. Another one right here. I think the background turned out great, though. I think that was probably my favorite part. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Any more? Probably. Guess looks maybe right here. Little guy can go right here. Oh, okay. And this one right there. We are almost done. So I'm gonna do one more. It's gonna go what right here. Okay. All right. Now the leaves. Okay. All right. So wash off your brush. We are gonna do the leaves on one, and then I will let you go. All right. So let's see. Just looking at her picture real quick. We can see kind of an up close. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use a bigger brush than that. All right, so I'm going to wet my brush, some white on it. Okay. I'll go to, Okay, so basically she's just starting at the sides and the bottom and kind of just, I guess, going off like that. So how to explain that? Okay, let's see. Kind of like that. Oop. Does not look good. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay. Fudge. Okay. Well, let's see what I can do here real quick. I just put way too much white Okay, I was able to actually wipe it off a bit. Okay. Okay, so, okay. Okay. I don't know. Like that, I guess. So just kind of starting from the middle and then kind of working your way out with your brush. It actually looks okay. You can kind of play around with it how you like it, I guess. But yeah, so there we have it. All you got to do is finish your petals. If you want to go back in and do more grass, you can. I hope that you both enjoyed this. I'm so glad you came. If you have any questions, concerns, or whatnot, feel free to contact me. And I hope you both have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming to Painting with Whitney. All right. Bye-bye.